you actually got the manpower, the human resource that you need in terms of enforcement, and also on the part of the service providers, if they also have to outsource a lot, and what that will mean for our economy as
yes,
well.
we have excellent manpower, but like I said, the industry is huge, and there is no regulator anywhere in the world that doesn't use consultants, because you can have your outposts. For instance, we can have offices in the 36 states of the Federation, but we have our engineers that go to different locations at different times to conduct tests. And of course, really, you're also able to monitor, because you have what they call national operating centers, where you go to those NOCs and you're able to monitor to see what is happening in the network across the nation. So it's not even every time that you have to really go out to see. You can see from the network operating centers of various networks to really see what is happening. Even at their own end also, they're able to monitor the performance of their networks from their national operating centers.
Let's try to factor as much as we can with the little time left. Number portability.
Yeah.
When is it taking off?
Well, there will be a launching by the end of this month. It's going to be, we're going to flag it off.
It was supposed to be December before.
No, but in December.
It was supposed to be December.
Yes,
then it moved to January.
No, we said first quarter of 2013. We have said first quarter of 2013. And this is the last month of the first quarter. So we're looking at about 26th of March. About 26th of March or thereabouts.
Tell us how it will function for those in case.
Well, the way it's going to function is that a consumer would initiate a request to port the service from his network to another network. And let me just explain what mobile number portability is in the first place, for in the interest of the consumers probably who do not understand this. It is a kind of service that enables you to move from your service provider to another service provider without losing your number.
And without changing your SIM?
Without changing. No, there will be SIM change.
Okay.
When you port, there will be SIM change, but you have the same number.
So the same number on another network?
Yes, another network. Now, you go to the customer service center of the network that you want to port to. They're going to give you a form to fill. And of course, for everyone that would want to port, your photo ID is required. You must have a photo ID. If you don't have a photo ID, then they use a webcam to take your picture. Now, and of course, that is why the issue of SIM registration is important, because all of this data are captured in a central database. There will be no porting for anyone who has not registered. And
what about those who have registered and the network still tells them, look, we don't have your records here?
Well, we have been such reports. But of course, you know that between now and next month, there's going to be verification.
Okay.
For all SIMs that have been registered. Now, if there are those that have challenges, because you could have some mismatch. You could have a man's name and maybe a woman's picture and all of that. Now, all of those will be addressed. But they say what we have done in the first instance is to get all SIMs registered. Now, the second phase is verification, because it's not all registered numbers that have challenges. You can have maybe the name, mismatch here and there. But all of those verifications will be done, and they'll be done through text. They'll send you a text to say, look, we discover that we need that you come to properly, either that the picture was not properly taken or some, things like that. Now, all of those, as we are scrubbing and finalizing at the NCC data center, all of such numbers identified, actually, there's a record. And then as soon as the verification begins, all such persons will have to be informed. And then they now go back and then properly complete the registration, so that we have a clean data. Now, you get to the customer services center of your network where you want to port to. Initiate a request. And then, after you have completed the form and all of that, then you send an SMS 3232. And once you initiate that SMS, now porting process has commenced. And it's going to take 48 hours, between maximum of 48 hours. It could be less. It could be done within the same day. Porting can be done within the same day. But maximum is 48 hours between the time you initiate the process and when it is complete.
For clarity, I'm on a particular network.
Yes.
I send a text that I want to port to another network.
No,
I go to my desired network.
Yes, desired network.
And fill a form.
Because of the issue of verification. They need to see your photo ID to confirm that, yes, you are the...
Okay.
Yes.
So, I'm on a network. I go to the other network, say, I want to come to you.
Yes, that's right.
So, they give me a form to fill.
Yes.
When I finish filling the form,
Yes.
they send that form to the other network?
That's right.
I don't have any business.
We have a mobile network operator, who will administer that. There is an operator for porting that has been licensed. Remember, the mobile number operator that has been licensed for this. Now, they are the people that are going to, act as the go-between between operators. That is the central point where the process is. They get those forms and then inform the other network that, look, we have this request that your customer, your subscriber wants to port to this other network, and then initiate the process of porting.
So it doesn't matter if the other network operator likes it or not.
No,
as far as the subscriber desires it.
You have to like it.
As far as the subscriber desires it.
As far as the subscriber desires it. And in fact, we even have in our guidelines, if the network you want to leave begins to call you to try to woo you to remain on their network, you report them to the commission.
Okay, well, that's how far we can go this morning. Thank you for coming on. Mr. Ojobo is the Director of Public Affairs with the NCC.